So I figure we'll take a look at the face first. Like I said, really minimal flash on the inside here, it just flakes away, and that will definitely not be a problem for anyone. I want to make sure I keep the lighting and the focus here as good as possible. Details like this ridge line here, that's just gorgeous. Nice work in there as well. So it looks like one small pit right in there, but that shouldn't be too bad to fix, and it's like a piece of gunk right there on the outer wall. Again, not too bad. There's another one. But the overall surface here, that's definitely really nice. The details really stand out. All the scribe lines are certainly at similar depths. Really beautiful piece here. And plenty of room inside to do any lighting. There will be an interior to this kit that's being worked on now, so that's an additional purchase. But really, this kit is so large and the window's so big that you really need to see what's going on. So, a couple other pieces here. This is part of the injection pour right there, and these are definitely going to have to be cut off with a Dremel. Those are definitely a couple big ones right there. Nothing else too bad here. A little filing work is going to be needed around the rim, but definitely a really nice piece from AJAM models here. Let's take a look at the body next, and I'll definitely be doing a dry fit of this as we finish up here. So I don't know if I can get a good angle on the lighting. That's not too bad. I'm just hoping the focus is pretty good here. Really nice details on the door there. Nice details everywhere. These ridges here are pretty much all dead parallel, and again, a couple little chunks of resin here. They're going to need to be clipped off probably with a Dremel. That might be a razor blade right there, but here's another one, and wow. So looking in here at the legs, are there any others like that? Yeah, so two of them here. That's definitely a really huge chunk of resin to be dealing with on both these sides here. That's definitely going to require a Dremel, and that's an external showing piece to some degree. There is a cowl that goes over here, but whether it will cover any gouges or mistakes will remain to be seen. That could be a very public or very private area there that you can't see at all. A couple more chunks on the bottom here. So a little work to be done with some heavy tools, definitely. Up here, minor, very small flash that's just coming off with the fingernail, and this area doesn't matter too much overall. There's a little indentations around here that will probably need to be filled, but really a beautiful piece all around and everywhere. And I'm hoping I got a lot of that on a shot there. This is a really huge piece to be showing off. So let's check out the engines. One did break. So let's check out the engines. One fin did break, either in shipping or packing. These are really tiny. I broke a couple of them on the smaller version I've got. Those are paper thin. So not to be unexpected, and a very simple fix, which I thought I had a tube of glue out here here we go. I'll fix it right now, in fact, so I don't lose the part. Just the lightest bit of super glue. Let's try this here. And we'll just balance that, sit on the side, and look at one of the other ones. Pretty much they're all fairly typical of each other. We are looking at symmetrical pieces, it looks like, overall. And definitely a bit of rough cutting here. This is definitely going to require a Dremel to slice that down and made it flat with this floor piece over here. So definitely need some heavy tools for this kit. All four of them are pretty much the same. Oh, this one's... So that breaks off pretty easy. You might have some luck with some other pieces too, but the rest of that is pretty solid. And you also don't want to go accidentally breaking the actual part while you're trying to break off a little piece of crap on that part. But if it goes easy off, then why not? There we go. So that's pretty much all of it for all of them. Take one last look here. This is the only one that didn't have anything break off at all. Surprising. But really nice pieces, phenomenally detailed, and as accurate as it can get with direct reference to some really unique photographs available to a very limited audience. So here's pretty much most of one entire leg assembly. This is articulated, so you can actually raise and lower the legs into the body of the ship, depending on whether it's landed or in flight, and supposedly these legs can support the weight of the kit. I don't know about that. I expect they'll need some kind of metal reinforcement there, if not a hidden rig to really support the weight. These are definitely nice pieces here, and it's very possible that they could, but even a part like this gets a little flexible, and this one needs to be flat across. But some really nice details on a lot of these, and there's going to be lots of really small thruster packs that go over this. Looks like 5 of them per, and I think there's 4 of these. So I really wish I could pull some of these smaller pieces out. They look really, really detailed. I'm sure as soon as I do, hey, it looks like we get a few neodymium magnets in here to help things along, so we'll see how that looks in the instructions. Lots of small parts, lots of really great details. And then finally, let's take a look over here at the cowlings. These are all pretty similar to each other. There's little bits of resin that are going to need to be sliced off with a razor. I noted that these interior squares here are offset to the overall hexagon, and I'm sure that must be the way it's supposed to be, and there's a little square on the back to help you lock the pieces in. But I think they do go in they do go in offset. We'll find out about that in the instructions there. But really nice effort here. So let's put at least a few of these pieces together and see what's up. There's a roll of blue tape to give any sense of scale here. Put one of these engines in the middle of it. Really huge kit. I would have actually stood this on the legs here if it weren't for the fact that the edges here are all gouged up. And definitely would have gotten to see how big a piece this really is, and it's a really phenomenal size. I gotta say that. This is really going to be a really great display piece. It's freely available and always shipping. So I wish I had some other size reference handy to compare it to, but the only thing that, well, let me mention in here, the floor panel here pretty much sits right down where it needs to be. When it does finally get glued in place, you're going to have to watch the edges here. So for example, there at the far end, that's a little higher than it is here at the near end. So same over here, high that end, low this end. So we'll have to watch that when we go to put the pieces in, because that will throw the balance off just mildly. And as to this floor plate, it fits in really nice, and there will be an internal kit for this, which will actually feature the flight deck here, or rather the passenger lounge, and it will also have a flight deck to go behind here. So it's going to be a really essential accessory to this. You can buy it separately, so if you can only afford one or the other to start with, It's a really great system there that AJAM is doing. One thing that would have been really good for this is that relative to the shuttle door here, the windows go in a particular direction. So if that had been keyed into the surface here somewhere so that you just kind of put the head down and it locked in, or anything else like that, just to indicate exactly which direction it should go so you don't get it off, would have been handy. But as to the bottom side of this floor thing, there's all sorts of pins and keys everywhere to help you put the engines exactly where they need to be. So I was wondering about these blocks. These are internal leg situations. So basically they'd go in like this at the top, it looks like. I'll have to check out the directions, and I'll see if I can get some of that on video too. But if not, that's pretty much the end of this review. So a really great one. If you're a fan of the film and you like to build models, this is really one you're going to love to get. The quality is definitely there on the overall craftsmanship, and you definitely got some rough edges here and there that have to be cleaned out, but definitely not anything bad for anyone with a Dremel and a decent eye and a steady hand. So as always, thanks for watching. See ya.